everyone. Dr. Frankie here. I hope you're all doing really well. Um, it's so gloomy here today, and so hopefully, like it looks like the lighting is okay, but the overcast is real, and I'm definitely feeling like we are moving into winter. Seeing all this Halloween stuff all around. I'm sure in the next week they'll start being Christmas stuff, and that's always like jolting. Like, oh, my favorite time of year is spring and summer. So when I start to see Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving things, I'm like, okay, here we are. I'm gonna gear up and get ready for the cold and the overcast and rain. So I know that there are folks that tune in from all over the world, and I'm in Northern California, kind of close to the mountains. And it gets really cold here. There's like extreme weather here. It's either burning hot, really cold. We get lots of rain. So while we don't get seasons really, I definitely experience rain, a big range in temperatures and climate. So just figuring out, it's important to me. I don't know how many of you get affected by the seasons changing and like seasonal affective disorder, so to speak. Like having your mood impacted by not having so much sunlight. The sunlight, the days are shortened. 5 6 p.m. it's dark, where normally it feels like I've got way more energy when it's brighter out till 7 8 p.m. So figuring out how to get enough sunlight, make sure to keep a pep in your step, and I do that through fitness, getting really good solid restful sleep, and hydrating, and also nutrition. So those are my thoughts and my 2 cents about that today. The topic that I'm going to cover in today's talk is how to navigate a friend breakup. So definitely a different topic, but I just wanted to share with you what's on my mind going into the season right now. So let's jump into today's topic, but make sure, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm here every week and I'm dedicated and committed to you all. So please do that for me by subscribing, and I will continue to provide, really solid support, advice, guidance. Much of it is guided by, backed up by science. Also, my lived experience as a clinical psychologist, board certified sex therapist, who has raised children, who is also the CEO of a matchmaking firm that focuses on LGBTQ plus matchmaking and coaching all over the US. So I've got a lot of wisdom and a lot of experience and a lot of education in this brain that I like to download here with you all. So hopefully you get something out of every single video that I record. And if there's anybody in your world that you think would benefit from it, please do share and comment, comment, comment. I love to read your comments. So without further ado, how do we navigate a friend breakup? By adulthood, most of us have a playbook of some kind for breakups. We rewatch When Harry Met Sally, or call our moms, or hit Tinder the very next day. But no matter how seasoned we are at breakups, we may be unprepared for a type of breakup we don't discuss as often: friend breakups. In a society that decensors friendship, we can be taken off guard by how emotionally difficult and destabilizing the end of a friendship can be. If you're not sure how to deal with this change in important friendship, you aren't alone. Here's what I recommend. So before I even jump into what I recommend, I want to say that I had a decade-long friendship that broke up 3 years ago. It took me almost 2 years to fully get over it. I was so surprised and so saddened by the loss. I had so much grief. So it's real, and something definitely to consider, and know that you're normal if you have big feelings about it, because these are attachments that are so meaningful and special to us that sometimes just end up not working out. So here's what I recommend: let yourself take the breakup seriously. Our culture tends to devalue friendships relative to romantic relationships, both in how good they can be and how painful they can be. If you're going through the end of a friendship and feeling intense sadness, grief, anger, guilt, resentment, or feelings of abandonment, you may feel silly or like you're overreacting. You may never have seen anyone else in your life discuss the end of a friendship or have any context for how big a deal it should be. I certainly didn't have any frame of reference, nobody I had ever met had shown me in any way in my personal life that they were so impacted by the loss of a friendship. So I really felt like this was not an experience that most people had. It's normal to feel destabilized, depressed, angry, or deeply hurt by the end of an important friendship, and for it to make a significant impact on your life. And much like the end of a romantic breakup, it's normal for the fallout to take up a significant amount of your emotional energy, whether that means navigating your mutual friendships or deciding whether you still want to go to the corner bar you were both regulars at. Even if you don't have a clear sense of how friendship breakups are supposed to affect you or play out, it's important to let yourself treat this as a significant event and feel all the intense feelings associated with it. Being honest with other people in your life about how this friendship breakup is impacting you will help others show up for you in the way that you need and help you process what it means that this friendship dynamic is changing. It also gives you an opportunity to model that this is normal. It's normal to experience grief and sadness and anger and all the emotions that come with loss when it comes to friendships. Set appropriate boundaries and make appropriate agreements. In a romantic breakup, we often expect certain logistical steps: exchanging your stuff, giving back house keys, discussing who will go to the upcoming weddings of mutual friends, agreeing on how much to share over social media. Similarly, it may help smooth out the rocky transition period of a relationship ending to discuss boundaries in some of your other relationships. Deciding how publicly you want to discuss your breakup, letting your friends know whether you want to hear gossip about your ex or not, letting mutual friends and acquaintances know whether you're on good terms or not to be socialized with separately. These actions can all be enormously helpful during a friend breakup, too. Even if it feels a little awkward at first because we have less shared cultural understanding of how to handle friendship breakups, you'll be making your own life a lot easier and ultimately the lives of those around you too. What would make moving through your community and shared social circles after this friendship breakup easier? Do you want people to give you space around the topic, or do you want to talk about it? Do you want to know in advance whether your former friend is going to be at an event or a gathering? How do you feel about your mutual friends still spending time with them? Would it feel better to know that the people in your life aren't sharing information or updates about you with your former friend? I know for me, I basically removed myself from the relationships that I developed that were connected to my friend. I didn't want her to feel like I was taking her friends away from her, or like I'm very loyal and I felt like I needed to respect the fact that those were her friends first. So I very gently removed myself from those relationships. And I'm sure that they all are very well aware of why I did that, but that felt true to me. And I felt like I was honoring and respecting those important relationships in her life. You should feel able to ask your close friends and community members to honor some agreements about what you feel comfortable with and hopefully make an effort for you and your former friends to continue to coexist in community with a minimum amount of friction and distress to everyone involved. If possible, and depending on the context, it may even be productive to have a conversation with your former friend about what agreements you want to honor going forward. If a mutual friend has a wedding or a baby shower coming up, are you both still going to attend? How do you want to behave if you run into each other while you're out and about? These can be difficult conversations, but may be well worth it in the long run as you find ways to move through community while managing your change of dynamic. Take care of yourself in friendships moving forward. Similarly, it's normal for a friend breakup to have a big impact on both your emotional state and your close relationships going forward. You may find yourself hypervigilant or anxious about conflict in existing relationships, worried new people you meet or befriend are close with your former friend, wondering if there's something wrong with you that caused the end of the friendship, struggling to trust new friends or new people in your life enough to get close to them, feeling more avoidant or more anxious about close relationships in general. These are all like challenging feelings to struggle with, and it may feel distressing, defeating, or unfair that your friend breakup is impacting how you show up in other relationships in your life. If you can, try to be patient and have some compassion for yourself through this time. Just like you would want to be gentle with yourself and lean on your loved ones during a romantic breakup, let yourself verbally process with loved ones and grieve or feel anger in a way that feels authentic to you. If it's accessible to you, the support of a qualified therapist or a counselor can be enormously helpful in moving through and finding perspective on the rupture of important relationships, which is what a friend breakup is and should be treated as such. Mwah. Thank you all. Hugs, kisses. Please think about who may benefit from my talk today. And if you have any reactions, any thoughts that you want to share, please post them below and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new. And for those of you that have been with me, that have subscribed already, thank you so much for your dedication and commitment because I'm right there with you. I'll be here every week. Bye, everyone.